I'm not as tall as the brother, so make this little short. أيوة خلاص جزاكم الله خير. بارك الله فيكم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. فحياكم الله أيها الإخوة والأخوات، حياكم الله وآواكم وبياكم وطبتم وطاب ممشاكم وتبوأتم من الجنة منزلا. وأسأل الله تعالى الذي جمعنا في هذا البيت المبارك على طاعته أن يجمعنا تحت ظل عرشه يوم لا ظل إلا ظله. There's a man who divorced 5 wives in 1 minute. Not 4, 5. Do you know how he did that? How can you divorce 5 wives in 1 minute? I'll tell you inshallah, but not now. I'll tell you towards the end of this topic, of the talk. As you heard, the ingredients of a successful marriage, actually I call it ocean of love, Bahr al-Hubb. This is my name that I chose, or the title that I chose for this topic. Bahr al-Hubb, the ocean of love. We tend to feel shy talking about love. Like the brother said, love may be meant for women, which is totally wrong. Ibn al-Qayyim rahmatullah alayh explains it beautifully, giving this description of love. And then he said there are 2 types of love, love which is halal love and haram love. Unfortunately, when we hear about love, we tend to think of Qais wa Layla, Abla, Romeo, Juliet, right? Thinking of love, or maybe those inappropriate love that gets built when people, they try to chat on MSN, and then they develop this kind of love, and then they come to you, Sheikh, help, I need to get married now because there's love involved, but my parents are against this marriage. So Sheikh, is there any fatwa? And I'm telling you this is serious. Is there any fatwa whereby I can marry the one that I love through MSN, the one that I love, without the consent of the parents? And they're asking me this question. So you want me to perform this nikah without the approval of the parents? Yes. Is there any fatwa? Is there any opinion? Imam Abu Hanifa, I can be Hanafi. Or Shafi'i, I can be Shafi'i. Or Hanbali, I can be... Just give me a fatwa. This is the type of haram love that we're talking about. Today we're going to talk about the halal love. حب الحلال. يقول الله عز وجل ومن آياته أن خلق لكم من أنفسكم أزواجا لتسكنوا إليها وجعل بينكم مودة ورحمة. And amongst his signs that he has put amongst you love and mercy, that you may dwell in tranquility. لتسكنوا إليها, that you may dwell in tranquility. And then he says, and then he has put amongst you love and then mercy. He said love first, then mercy. المودة. ابن عباس رضي الله عنه وارضاه يقول المودة هنا يعني المحبة. ابن كثير نفس الشيء. ابن القيم رحمة الله عليه فسر هنا المودة بالمحبة. The meaning of mawadda here is love, حب. It is that ingredient that is needed for the successful marriage. Very soon, inshallah ta'ala, shortly, I'll make you wear your aprons and I will take you to a kitchen called the kitchen of love, to talk about these ingredients on how to improve or develop this love between husbands and wives, between spouses. I'm going to give you 20 points. I don't expect you all to remember these points. If you can take notes, alhamdulillah. If you cannot, then the brothers are recording this. As a matter of fact, these points were actually, alhamdulillah, they were uploaded on several websites and also on some magazines. Al-Hub. So let's try to talk about this hub, and then we're going to restrict it between husband and wives, between spouses. How can we increase this love? And don't tell me that I'm 60 years old, khalas, I'm too old for that. Are you better than the Prophet ﷺ? When he used to pamper his wives, ﷺ? So don't tell me I'm 56 or I'm 60 or khalas, it's the bus is gone. Maybe talk to my daughter or my son. La, I'm talking to you too. How can we increase this love? Here it goes. Number one, the Sheikh has mentioned this point, and this is extremely important. In the importance of this relationship between spouses. It is extremely important. Because my brothers and sisters, let me share this with you. Personally, I perceive love, or I perceive marriage as a ship sailing in the midst of the ocean, whereby the captain is the man, the husband, sailing the ship, and the wife, she is the commander-in-chief, guiding the captain, sail that ship, because the captain himself cannot sail that ship. The ship is called marriage. The ocean is called dunya, world. So this ship goes through this ocean, that sometimes this ocean is rough, sometimes it's smooth. Likewise, dunya, world, sometimes you go through hardship, sometimes everything is beautiful. Right? That's how I personally perceive it. So for the successful marriage, we need a pious husband and a pious wife to both come together to sail this ship of marriage. Number one, like the brother said, exchanging gifts. As the Prophet ﷺ says in the hadith, reported by Abu Dawood, حسنه الألباني رحمة الله عليه, يقول عليه الصلاة والسلام, تهادوا وتحابوا. Exchange gifts amongst each other, it will develop love, it will trigger that love amongst you. تهادوا وتحابوا. Al-hadiyah. And my brothers and sisters, this hadiyah, these gifts, presents, can be of a form of maybe a smile or a beautiful word, which we're going to talk about. Because what's worth this piece of gold that you were to buy to your wife, and then in return all she gets from you is curse and swearing? She does not need that piece of gold. She does not need that flower. By the way, by the end, inshallah, the purpose here is not to make line up by the flower shops after the end of this lecture. Although, inshallah ta'ala, we wish that to happen, and we hope for that to happen. And as a matter of fact, we get a lot of calls from some sisters saying, Ya Sheikh, we need another Ocean of Love lecture. Because, alhamdulillah, in the beginning we started getting some nice treatments and some nice flowers and gifts and whatnot, and after some time, khalas. So we need another dose of Ocean of Love. Exchanging gifts amongst each other will increase that love. Tahadaw tahabbu. It could be as simple as a flower, as I said. Or it could be creative, ya akhi. You see something nice, and then you buy it to your wife, let's say. And then you say, MashaAllah, Tabarakallah. When I saw it in that, the mannequin wearing that thing, it didn't look so nice. But now that you're wearing it, Allahu Akbar. You see, I don't know, you be creative. You use your, I don't know if you watch these Egyptian, they're the best, MashaAllah, isn't it? Try to mimic, something like that. She put, for you, you say, MashaAllah, that does not smell, does not really have a smell. But when you pull it, Allahu Akbar. You see the thing here? هذا من المودة. This is love. Exchanging gifts amongst each other will trigger that love. That's number one. Number two, extremely important, to allocate time to sit together and talk. Have time. Spend some time together, you and your wife. This one, just you and your wife, to talk about issues, problems, whatnot. Just have to start conversing with your wife and with your husband. It is extremely important. Number three, نظرات الإعجاب والحب. The look of love. I see some of you smiling. I don't want you to dream here. I'll keep dragging you. نظرات الحب والإعجاب. Because when you look at your wife, you should understand what her needs, and the fact that she looks at you, she should also understand what you need. Just through the look. There's a hadith that actually was reported by Ahl Sunan, narrated by Abu Sa'id al-Khudri, but this hadith, just for the amana of al-ilm, that this hadith was classified as weak. But we'll mention it here, that the Prophet ﷺ says, إِنَّ الرَّجُلُ إِذَا نَظَرَ إِلَى زَوْجَتِهِ وَنَظَرَتْ إِلَيْهِ نَظَرَ اللَّهُ إِلَيْهِ مَا نَظْرَةَ رَحْمَةٍ. When a husband looks at his wife, Allah Azza wa Jal will look at them with a look of love, with a look of mercy. The look of mercy. نظرات الحب والإعجاب. And it will be so beautiful if these nadarat, if these looks are coupled with touches, with hugs. Hug my wife. طيب يعني ايش المشكلة يعني؟ طيب هي wife. So what? Oh عيب يا أخي. No, you can't do that. Why not? Experts, they say that for women, this is not me, women to feel safe and secure, they have to be touched 30 times a day. Wallahi, this is what they've said. I don't know how they make up this 30 times. I could argue with that, because maybe my case is more than 30. So what is, why 30? Allahu A'lam. But for the women, or a woman to feel secure, come here. For the woman to feel secure, she has to be touched 30 times a day. And what I did was, I went to my wife and I said, okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 30. She says, no, that's not how it works. A little touch here, a little hug there, for them to feel secure. Hugs. How do you feel when somebody comes and gives you a really hug? I don't want you to give me that chest thing, like the basketball players or this. La 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 la. That's not the kind of hug I'm talking about. Because some brothers, they come and they give you that hug. Come, ta'al. It's your problem. You're the one who's sitting there. Come, ta'al. This is their hug. This is the way they hug. Ta'al. Thank you. What kind of hug is this? Wallahi, I just took a shower this morning, ya akhi. There's nothing wrong. And if you can give me a real good sound heart, I want to feel you. That's the kind of hug that your wife needs from you. طيب. نظرات الحب والإعجاب. I'm not too good with this. طيب. اسمع. Can I, because I only have 15 more minutes, I guess, in this. Warm greetings, number 4. Warm greetings, especially when you come home. Assalamu alaikum. As the Prophet ﷺ used to do whenever he used to come home, the first thing he used to say, Assalamu alaikum, kayfa halukum? Kiya hal hai? Bonjour, any language you like, it's okay. Just say, Assalamu alaikum, kayfa halukum? That's the first thing the Prophet ﷺ used to say, bringing peace into your home. Absolutely important. Number 5, praise the wife and not compare her with somebody else. This is extremely important. Like the brother said, if you want to live happy, never compare your wife with somebody else. ما أجملها ما طعامها هذه أختك صديقتك ما شاء الله تطبخ طعام يعني, and then you start comparing her with somebody else. Your friend, Allahu Akbar, she cooks ما شاء الله. Her husband must be extremely happy. My mother, my mother, and then he start talking about his mother. I have some students, they have this problem. Their wives actually call my wife and they start complaining. He does not converse with us. He just talks to his mother, but he does not talk to me. It's a big problem. Praise your wife. Never compare her with somebody else. Never compare her with another wife or another sister. Abadan. They don't like that. MashaAllah, tabarakallah, jazakallah khair. When she does something else, barakallahu fiki, Allah barakallah, MashaAllah, tabarakallah, afakillah, hayyakillah, bayyakillah, nasrakillah, and then make dua for her and praise her. This will give her some sort of encouragement to do more next time. This, my brothers and sisters, my sisters, this also applies to you, huh? I'm not giving this message only to the brothers, huh? And then you go home and then the sister will come to you and say, did you listen to what the Shaykh said? Huh? Are you ready? This is for you too, huh? It applies to both. Praise her. There's one sister who wanted to praise her husband, and then he came home and he was really sort of upset. So she said, why are you upset? She wants to give him, she wants to comfort him. Why are you upset? He said, مات الحمار. He had himar, he had a donkey. He says, مات الحمار. The himar passed away and the himar got killed. And then she says, oh, what shall I say to comfort him? She says, والله أنت عندنا خير من 100 حمار. She wanted to comfort him. كما نقول عندنا تبغى تكحلها عمتها. She said, you are better than 100 donkey. What's wrong with the donkey? No, you're better than 100 donkey. And then she just spoiled it. Oh, you're calling me donkey? No, I meant you are better than those donkey, the donkey that passed away. No, use some hikmah. Use some hikmah. That's number 4 or number 5. Number 6. Participate together in the household, the chores of the household. It is extremely important. Because some husbands, my brothers and sisters, they think that they are ministers of finance. Their work is only outside, paying the bills and whatnot, and then when they come home, it is not my responsibility to participate into the chores of the household. It is the responsibility of the wife. Who says? Are you better than the Prophet ﷺ? When Aisha radiallahu anha described him, كيف كان عليه الصلاة والسلام؟ هذا في البخاري في باب in the Bukhari. There is a whole chapter in Bukhari, in Adab al-Mufrad, that talks about this. How was the Prophet ﷺ? كان في خدمة أهله. He was in the service of his wife. When Aisha was asked, how was the Prophet ﷺ at home? He was in the service of his wives. Always servicing his wives, working, supporting his wives, participating in chores of home. There is nothing wrong, my brothers and sisters, of you sometimes cooking. You get sick of this biryani, so say, okay, here, my turn. I'll cook something else. And then maybe you can, even if you burn it, it's okay, but give it a try. Help. Maybe say, okay, you, like the brother said, you cooked, I wash the dishes. Help. It's very important. Ingredient. By the way, are you wearing your aprons? Because we're in the kitchen now. The kitchen of love. Talking about these ingredients that will help us develop this love. Number 7, kind words. Because kind words, my brothers and sisters, are sadaqah. Al-kalima at-tayyiba sadaqah. Say something nice. You don't have money to give as charity, you can say beautiful word to your wife, it will be counted as a charity. It's a form of a charity. It's a form of ibadah. It could be as trivial as a smile in the face of your wife. A smile in the face of your wife is considered to be ibadah. Because my brothers and sisters, there's some brothers actually who come to the masjid, they smile and they laugh at you. As soon as they go home, the colonel, the general, no smiles, the boss has come home. No smile whatsoever. Why? Because I'm the boss. I shouldn't show them that I smile. Why? Because it may show my weakness. So I don't smile at home. I only smile outside. ليش؟ أسد علي وفي الحروب نعامة. لا يا أخي. A smile in the face of your wife is a form of a charity. Don't give her that yellow smile. I call it yellow smile. Give me a smile from your heart, ya akhi. Show it from here, coming from here. A nice smile. Like the hug I talked about. A beautiful smile, a beautiful hug, a beautiful salamu alaikum, a beautiful greeting, a beautiful word. These are all things that will help, inshallah ta'ala, develop that word. Let me speed up here. Spend time out together. Out together. Dine out together. go out, parks together, whatever. Just you need to spend some time out together with your wife. It is extremely important into flourishing and embellishing the relationship between spouses. Extremely important. I cannot emphasize it enough, my brothers and sisters, to try to spend time together out with your wives. Peaceful gatherings, number 9. Peaceful gatherings to discuss issues, jokes, anything, but have those peaceful gatherings with your wives. Number 10. A husband has to be balanced. Balanced يعني في الإقبال والتمنع. What do I mean balanced? There are certain husbands who always say yes. Whatever they ask for, yes. Yes. Other husbands, no. Haram. No. We gotta be balanced. ما بين هؤلاء وهؤلاء. I want to visit my mother. طيب, let's go together inshallah ta'ala. Sometimes, there's certain people, certain husbands, they always either yes or either no. We have to be somewhere in the middle. Balanced. Number 11. Show your interest and support and care. Especially when they're sick, because they remember. The day when they're sick and they need you and you weren't there, wallahi, they show you help when they get better, and they tell you, remember that day when I needed you, you weren't there? And they will keep reminding you about that time for the rest of their lives. That's how they are, subhanallah. Allah Azza wa Jal has created men with some characteristics and created women with other characteristics. They tend to remember these little things. Well, as us men, maybe you do a lot of good things and you forget about them. But she does, you do one little thing or one little bad thing to her, she remembers that for the rest of her life. Sadaqa Rasulullah alayhi salatu wassalam. الحديث رواه البخاري ومسلم من حديث أبي هريرة. ناكرات العشير يكفر، قال علي يعني يكفرنا يا رسول الله، يكفرنا بالله. لا ما يكفرنا بالله، يكفرنا العشير. When the Prophet ﷺ says that they commit kufr, and then they said, what kind of kufr? They say, what, to do towards your husbands, when sometimes your husband, they do a lot of good things towards them, and then they don't show praise back, but the day when their husband does something bad, right, they keep reminding them about that bad thing. When they would say, مَا رَأَيْتُ مِنْكَ خَيْرًا قَطْ, I've never seen something good from you. No, I've never seen nothing good from you. You've never told me anything bad, anything good, anything nice. You've never taken me out. You've never, hugged me. You've never kissed me. Khalas, they forget about all those good things the day when you do something bad. هكذا قال عليه الصلاة والسلام. But inshallah, our sisters are not from those. I don't want to create any fuss or conflicts here. Our sisters that are here and our mothers, and they're not from those. These are people who actually do not connect themselves with Allah Azza wa Jal. So show your support and your interest and care. Number 12, this is extremely important. Break the routine. Always the same thing. You come home, Salaam alaikum, you go have dinner, you go to your bed, you go watch TV, and then, break that routine. Especially with your wife. Surprise her. Or surprise him. He comes home, he's tired. He goes to his home, he goes to his bed, he opens the bedroom, the door, and then he finds, flowers everywhere. What? Am I saying something? No, nice. Well, she comes home, and then you're there. Maybe you came in home before her. And then she went to do some shopping, and then she came home, and then she smells something nice. What's going on? Honey, I cooked dinner for you tonight. Ya salam, you'll have such a beautiful evening. Surprise her. Break that routine. Routine is, Ahl Salaf, they used to do this. When there's that routine, what they used to do, they used to travel for 3-4 days, change things, and then come back. Just to break that rhythm. Always the same thing, always the same thing. Some people say, oh, should I break the routine? We'll create a fight? No, that's not what I'm saying. Well, we need to break this routine. But I'm not saying have a fight. Break the routine by doing something different. Surprising your wife or surprising your husband. That's number 12. Number 13. Pamper her. They love to be pampered. what's going on here? Pamper your wife and pamper your husband. Ya habibati, ya nur uyuni, ya this, ya beta, ya whatever you want to call her. Call her with the most beautiful names. In the Adab al-Mufrad, there is a chapter called Kunyat al-Nisa, al-Kunya. The names. The Prophet ﷺ used to call Aisha sometimes, Ya Aish, Ya Aish, Ayush, whatever. Ya Humayra, Blondie. Humayra, any blondie. Was she blondie? Was she blue-eyed and blonde? No, he's pampering her. You're blondie because she likes to be called, if your wife likes to be called honey, call her honey. If she likes to be called honey bee, call her honey bee. Vinegar, call her vinegar, whatever, I don't care. Whatever, anything to just pamper your wife, that's beautiful, that's nice. Same thing, so there's some husbands who call their wives yo. Yo, ايش يو هذه؟ Yo buddy. Okay, she's your buddy. Yo buddy. طيب yo, what is this yo? Does she like it? No, she doesn't, but for me it's easy. Yo, it's better than فاطمة. طيب what's going on? Yo Bush? لا. She likes to be, pamper her. Yeah, things like that. Same thing for your husbands, my sisters. Same thing. Pamper each other. It will increase love amongst you. It will definitely increase love amongst you. Number 14, don't hide your feelings. Being straightforward. If something harms you or something hurts you, talk to your wife, talk to your husband. Not in front of people. Not in front of your kids. Never in front of your kids. You have a problem, go to the side with your wife, just you and your wife, and talk about it. Don't just pick up the phone. Dad, because a lot of sisters, they call me, and brothers, they call me, they complain about this. Any little argument that happens, pick up the phone. Dad, you know what he did? What did he did again? Oh, he did, لعنه الله, فعل الله. And then they started cursing him. Why? If you have a problem, solve it between you and your wife. You don't have, for any little thing, you just pick up the phone and call the mother, call the father or whatnot. Try to solve your problems just between you, peacefully, between you and your spouses. Not in front of your kids again. Extremely important. Never in front of your kids. And never argue in front of your kids. There was, wallahi, this is a true story. It happened. A sister, she was with her husband, and then he sort of yelled at her, and then she started crying. And then her parents showed up. So she opened the door, and then she was dripping some tears. And then they said, "Why are you crying?" She could have said, "Well, you know what he did?" But she didn't say that. She didn't say that. You know what she said? She said, "Wallahi, I was thinking about you. I missed you." So I started crying. هذه المرأة الصالحة. I thought about you and I started crying. And then they came in. She welcomed them. She cooked dinner, and then she acted like nothing happened. And the husband was there. He noticed. He says, "What's going on here?" As soon as the parents left, he went and he bought a very nice gift. And then he came to his wife and he said, "Jazakallah khair. Jazakallah khair. Wallahi, he taught me a very nice lesson. Jazakallah khair." Another wife, she had a problem with her husband, and she went to the sheikh. "Ya sheikh, my husband doesn't listen to me, always argues with me, he does not come home," and this and that. And then the sheikh told her, "Listen, I want you for 1 month, never argue with your husband. Whatever he says, just go along. Move on, go along. Come back to me and see me after 1 month. This is your prescription." After 1 month, she tried to call the sheikh, she couldn't find him. After a couple of months, she tried to call him again. She was able to get a hold of him, and then she told him, "Ya sheikh, I've been trying to call you for the past couple of months." He says, "Okay, how is it? Tell me." She says, "My husband is like a ring in my finger. Whatever he says, I say TK. Whatever I say, he says TK, or she says TK. Okay, whatever, okay, no problem, no arguments. You want this? Khalas, bismillah. You want fine. Why arguing? Be straightforward. Pamper her, call her with her most beautiful names. I just mixed those into. Don't talk about your problems at time of. Naam. Inshallah. La ilaha illallah, my brothers. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. Stand up, please. All of us, stand up, please. Stand up, stand up. Bismillah. Stand up. Everybody, stand up, please. Now, everybody, stand up, please. Bismillah. Khalas. Give a hug to your brother. Give a hug to somebody next to you. Give him a hug. Everybody, give a hug to each other. Hug each other. Bismillah. Hug, 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 hug. A nice one. A good hug. A good hug. Aywa, from the heart. From the heart. Ah, do you feel it? Feel it. Feel it from your heart. Hakada, hakada. Aywa, na. Allahu Akbar. Jazakumullah khair. Kida, kida. Aywa. Thank you. Nice, nice. Jazakumullah khair. Have a seat, please. Have a seat. Have a seat. Have a seat. Sisters also hug each other. Let me know when I should proceed. Can I proceed? طيب. Have a seat, ya akhwani. Have a seat, please. Number 16. La ilaha illallah. We stop? Okay. La ilaha illallah. فاصلة. طيب. Let me know whenever you want me to start, inshallah. I still have just 4 more points, inshallah ta'ala, and I'm done. You are recording. You put a pause on this. طيب. You see number 13, pampering the wife and calling her with her most beautiful names are 2 different points. Okay? Number 16, as I said, don't talk about your problems at the time of going to bed. La la la, because may Allah forgive them, some sisters, they are professionals in doing that. At the time of you want to go to bed and rest, they have a list of expenses, bills, problems awaiting you. You're not going to have a beautiful night's sleep. You will have nightmares. When you go to bed, the bed is time to relax, time to talk about beautiful things. As a matter of fact, experts, they say that we should actually invest in our bedrooms more than the living rooms, because what people tend to do now, when you go to their homes, we tend to spend a lot of money trying to decorate our living rooms. Why? The guest rooms, the family rooms. But percentage time, if I were to ask you, how much time do you spend in your living room versus your master bedroom? Roughly speaking, how much time? Sometimes you don't go to your living room for a week until somebody shows up. But your master bedroom, you go there every day, at least 8 hours a day. Isn't it? The experts, they say that's what we should invest more. Why? Make it look nice, make it look romantic, a beautiful room, beautiful pillows, silky things, whatever. Make it a room where if you were to go, you will feel extremely happy, extremely peaceful, a serene environment, you and your wife. Ya salam. That's the bedroom. And I know, one of my students, I'm not saying this. Please sisters, don't take it easy on your husbands. He went and he told his wife, I want you to redecorate, renovate my bedroom. Go and buy everything, brand new beds, new sheets, new everything, color, paint, everything. A whole extreme makeover thing. It happened to the master bedroom. Right after he heard this. So I'm not saying this, it's just make your bedroom somewhere where you would go and feel peace. Nice. Don't talk about your problems in your bedroom. La. Number 17, show thanks. Show thanks. Jazakallah khair. When she does something nice. Show your support. As I said, it goes hand in hand with some of the other points, but showing thanks. مَنْ لَمْ يَشْكُرِ النَّاسِ لَمْ يَشْكُرِ اللَّهِ. Who does not thank people, he wouldn't thank Allah. Thank people. Thank her. Whenever she does something nice, I need to thank her. Apologize. This is number 18. Apologize at times of errors and mistakes. There is nothing wrong about you saying, I'm sorry, I'm wrong, I'm sorry. Because some husbands or some men, they think that's going to show how weak I am. No. Actually it shows your bravery. When you do something, when you make a mistake and then you say, I'm sorry, Jazakallah khair, barakallah, please forgive me. Please forgive me. It really shows that other side of you. Do so. Number 19, respect. Marriage with no respect would not and shall not last forever. It can't. You have to have respect in your marriage. You respect your wife and you respect your husband. And number 20, last but not least, contemplate the seerah of the Prophet ﷺ. I think maybe Sheikh Muhammad or Sheikh Naveed talked about this today. Contemplate the seerah of the Prophet ﷺ. How was the Prophet ﷺ with his wives? Read the books in the seerah that talk about the treatment of the Prophet to his wives. As he used to race Aisha, and he used to beat her once, and she used to beat him and race him, once, and then he used to say, "Ya Aisha, hadihi bitilk." Aisha, she reported in Sahih Muslim, she says that, the Prophet used to sit on my lap and he used to recite the Quran. And she used to play with his hair, alayhi salatu wassalam. Imagine Aisha sitting with the Prophet, the Prophet leaning on her lap, and then she's playing with his head, with his hair, and he's reciting Quran. Yes, salam. What kind of beautiful gathering is that? The art. He's with Aisha and she told him, Ya Rasulullah, tell me about your worst hardship. And then he told her about the time when he went to a Ta'if. In this gathering here, he's telling her about the Ta'if, and when he had in the Ta'if, and then he told her, and then he went and he got a cup of milk, and then he said, Ya Aisha, I'd like you to drink. And then she says, Ya Rasulullah, please drink first. She says, No, Aisha, please drink first. She drank first, and then he took the cup of milk, and then he turned it from the same spot where she drank from, and then he drank from it. This is called the art of love. And then he picked another piece of meat, and then he said, Ya Aisha, please have a bite. She said, Ya Rasulullah, please you have a bite first. He said, No, I'd like you to have a bite first. So she had a bite from this meat, a morsel of this piece of meat, and then he took from the same spot where she had that bite, and then he had another bite too. Not germ sharing or whatnot. La. This is again the art of love. This is how life or how marriage can flourish and prosper. Bi-idhnillahu ta'ala. There's so many problems, my brothers and sisters, happening in our society, unfortunately, between husbands and wives. As I mentioned in the beginning about problems about divorce. And then this man, it's a true thing, well, actually I don't know how true it is, but I heard it from somebody who said this man who divorced 5 wives in 1 minute, he was married to 4 wives. He told he got into an argument with one, and he told her, "You are taliq." The second wife, she said, "Hey, well, she didn't do anything." And then he says, "You are taliq too. You're divorced too." And then the third one, she came and she says, "Yeah, hey, what's going on here? They're both twice, for 10 seconds." He said, "You are divorced thrice." And then the fourth wife, she says, "Wallahi anta majnoon. You're crazy. How can you divorce your 3 wives in no time?" He says, "You are divorced too." 4. The neighbor wife, she was listening. What kind of crazy man is he? He divorced 4 wives in no time, and in 1 minute. He says, "You are divorced too if your husband agrees." The husband says, "I agree." He says, "You are divorced." 5. In less than a minute. La ya ikhwani, my brothers, you should really be careful, because I'm telling you really seriously, I get some calls sometimes from brothers saying, "Ya akhi, some sisters complain about, just for any little thing, talaq, la aib." لا هذا ليس من الخلق من خلق المسلم المؤمن. May Allah Azza wa Jal help us to practice and to convey. Please, as I said again, I don't want to have the flower shops been packed only tomorrow inshallah early morning. We want this to be a continuous process. لأن the Prophet ﷺ says in the hadith reported by Al-Bukhari ومسلم والحاكم في المستدرك خير الأعمال أو أحب الأعمال إلى الله أدومها وإن قل. The Prophet ﷺ says the best deeds, the most beloved deeds in the sight of Allah Azza wa Jal are continuous deeds, even if they're trivial. But continuous deeds, something that you do continuously. I don't want you to go and buy your wife today a flower or a rose or maybe some Kit Kat or some chocolate, and then khalas, after she won't see that for another 10,000 years. May Allah Azza wa Jal help us to practice and to convey. جزاكم الله خير بارك الله فيكم سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك.
Jazakallah khairan. It is time for Salat al-Isha now, so the adhan will be done. Same style. We'll pray leaving this here. After the Salah, inshallah, there are question and answer. Could everyone hear me?